Okay, here we are again. If the picture is really dark, I apologize. And if the camera is shaking too much, I apologize for that as well. This isn't my normal phone. I actually have another phone right now that is not a... It's not my Galaxy S6. It's a lower level Samsung, and this is the best video quality that I can get out of it, and it doesn't fit my holder, so I have to hold it. So I'll do the best I can. I'll get into why I'm not using my S6 right now in a minute, but I guess it's been 2-3 weeks since I've done any videos, right, dog? And man, it's been a busy couple of weeks. I mean, right, so let me start at the beginning. I got a lot of shit I want to go over in this video. Hopefully the audio, at least the audio, is coming out well. Alright, so you know, I just moved, and it cost me a fuckload of money to move and put all my shit in storage, like in the neighborhood of like $1,500. Really, it was more like $2,000 after it's all said and done. From the time I left Nashville to the time I got back in the truck, probably about $2 grand, all said and done. So that sucked, but you know, at least I had the money. But I got back to Nashville. You know, I just want to set the stage here. I wasn't able to get out of Nashville till Tuesday evening to get my load, so that made it a short week, which made it a short check. And I think I only ran 2 loads that week. Then the next week after that was Memorial Day, so everything was closed Monday, so that shaved another day off the week. So I had another short week, and so that fucked my money up. Then the next week after that, on the Saturday, one weekend later, the screen on my S6, I have a Galaxy S6 Edge Plus, which is like the badass one or whatever. I know they probably come out with the S7 or the S8 or some bullshit. I can't keep up with them, but whatever, you know, I was happy with the S6. It's a great phone, you know. But I had dropped it 2 months ago on some chip rocks when I was in Nashville. It fell out of the truck, and I have a really badass case for it, but it doesn't protect the screen itself. Like, if I drop it on a flat surface, it's fine. But if you drop it on like a bunch of fucking rocks and shit, then that's different, you know? So I dropped it on some rocks, and I chipped the screen and cracked it. And it was fine for about a month or two, and then finally the screen just went out. The phone was still working, but the screen is fucked, so it needs a new screen. So, in a nutshell, when I stopped to take my reset, I was 30 miles away from the nearest T-Mobile store, which is my carrier. So I had to drop my trailer and drive down to the T-Mobile store to see what I could get done. Now, to fix the screen, they ship it overnight somewhere. You can't just get it done like there, like while you wait. They have to ship it overnight. And I told them, okay, well, I have to be in New Jersey tomorrow morning. I can't fucking wait a day. So what can I do? They're like, well, you can buy like a prepaid phone and switch the SIM card or some shit. So I bought this fucking phone for $100, you know, because I was tight on cash or whatever. And so I just haven't been able to, I probably won't be able to fix my other phone until I get back to Texas, which it just makes, I mean, I use my phone for work every day, as well as all my personal bullshit, entertainment, work, and all kinds of other shit. Calendar, calculator, fucking, I use it as an alarm clock. You know, the phone's pretty integral to, you know, my day-to-day bullshit. So this phone, It's really fucking slow, and it drives me crazy. It's kind of like going back a couple years in progress. So there's that. So, you know, rolling with the punches on that. Oh, by the way, because I drove, I interrupted my reset. So, because I interrupted my reset, I didn't get my 34 hours. I didn't get reset my clock. So I had a fucking fucked up week from that too, because I was running on recap, and I was getting back recapping hours, and I wasn't able to run a full day because I didn't have enough time on the fucking clock, right? And then the next weekend, where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get a reset in and all that. You know, my fridge finally decided to fucking die on me. So and right after I bought groceries too, so I lost all my cold groceries, and so my fridge is just done. It's time for a new one. But I don't have the money right now. Part of the reason why I don't have the money right now, well, I mean, I'm still paying on the fucking house until the end of the month, but they've cut my miles back. The next thing I wanted to get into. I haven't been making that much money. I've been doing like 500 and 600 mile fucking loads. You know, I got my notebook right here. You know, let's see. That was a good load that I had. Let's see. I ran a 440 mile load, which is shit. It's a single day load. Then I ran a 400 mile load. Then I ran a 600 mile load. Then I ran a 550 mile load. Then I ran a 115 mile load. Let's see. I didn't write down how many miles that was. I think it was about 500. Then 480. You see the pattern here? And then the load I'm on right now, which is like 600, right? This is fucking ridiculous. 400 to 600 miles a day. So what that means is you pick up, then you deliver the next day. Then you pick up, then you deliver the next day. So then you're tarping and untarping loads every fucking day. And you're spending time every fucking day securing loads and taking care of loads. You know, it's like, dude, we don't get paid to fucking secure loads. And the fuck? Dude next to me is like revving his shit up. Let me close the curtain. Look, we don't get paid to secure loads. We don't get paid to tarp loads. I mean, we get paid $25, but it's not really, it doesn't really make up for the time you fucking lose. You make more money on the road, right? So to be running these short loads every fucking day, you spend so much more time waiting at shippers and waiting at receivers and waiting to get loaded and waiting on the tarping station and waiting for this, waiting for that, and all this bullshit. You just, the shorter your loads, it's not just that you're not getting that many miles, you're spending so much more time not running, you know? So your pay just fucking dwindles, right? And, you know, and not to mention, I've been on the East Coast this whole time. You know, up and down, up and down, up and down. Like, I have not been farther west than fucking Ohio. You know, and I sent him a message, like, you know, the first thing I was thinking, because they've been bugging the shit out of me to go back and train. You know, like, we want you to take a trainee, we want you to take a trainee, we want you to take a trainee and shit. I'm like, I'm not, and I keep telling them I'm not gonna train. I'm not training. Done. And fucking, I sent my DM a message a couple of days ago saying, dude, what's up with all these short loads, man? And he told me, and I kind of have a theory about this, but he told me that, oh, yeah, I can get you off the East Coast, man. They're just, but they're, because I asked him to get me off the East Coast, too. I was like, what's up with this shit? He said they're giving all the solid freight to the teams. And this is like, not too long before or after, they sent out a fleet-wide message to the whole company saying, summer freight is up, and it's going to be a really great summer. We got shitloads of freight. Like, okay, so you got shitloads of freight, but I'm getting shafted. I haven't run loads like this, this many short loads, since I was like a rookie. I was in the truck for like 2 months, you know? Because after a couple months, my last DM had me running consecutive, 800, 900, 1,500, 1,800 mile loads all the fucking time. It was kind of rare that I got anything less than 1,000 miles. If I got anything less than like 800 miles, I would send a message and be like, the fuck's up with this load? It's only 650, 700. And, it would be like, oh, sorry, it's just, that's all there is, or blah, blah, blah. It wasn't just consecutive short loads like this. My theory is they're starving me for miles because they want me to become a trainer again. And that's why he said they're giving all the good freight to the teams. That's fucking bullshit. Last year, my old DM, before I had this guy, which was before I started training, he had me running as much as I possibly could. He kept me really busy, and I was running, I've made videos on how, I was averaging 3,000 miles for several months. I was doing pretty well. Maybe in the high 2,000s, whatever, a week. Right now I'm like, 600 times 5 days is 6 times 5. I mean, that's 3,000 miles, but I'm not making that many miles, because then you throw in a 400 mile load, or whatever. I'm not, I'm spending so much more time outside of the truck. I'm really not even getting 5 loads a week. It's more like 3 or 4. So it's bullshit. I'm not running as hard as I should be running, and I'm running these short ass fucking loads. Like, oh, they're giving all the fucking good freight to the. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't know what percentage of the company is team, but there's way more solo drivers than there are teams and trainers and shit like that, running trainees. So it's like, what the fuck? We're all running short ass loads while they're getting all the fucking 1,000 plus. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm giving them until next month, and if he doesn't pick it up, and I'm probably gonna let him know. I feel like it's fair. Look, if you don't start getting me on some 1,000 milers, some 1,500 milers, some 1,200 milers, get me out of this 400 to 600 mile shit, I'm gonna leave and go somewhere else. It's not worth my fucking time, running flatbed for 37 cents a mile to be picking up and delivering every fucking day. Unless I'm on a pay scale like the regional guys have, where if they run so many loads a fucking week or whatever, they get a minimum. Plus they get a bonus after that, how many miles they run. They're paid jumps and shit. But I'm not on that. I'm on a flat rate. So I want to be running 3,500 miles a week again. So I feel like they're kind of squeezing me to become a trainer again, and that's bullshit. And I think I'm going to tell them, like, dude, I'm not going to train anymore. Done with it. I do not want to do it. It's not worth the fucking headache. Not to me, it's not. So you either start loading me up with some longer loads, or I'll go somewhere else. I'm just done with the training thing. It got me the money I needed to move. I was able to get some money saved up and stuff like that, but I just don't want to do it anymore. And I got the dog with me now and stuff. I don't want to have to drop her off somewhere, leave her with somebody. I'm not gonna fucking do it. So I think I'm just gonna have to let him know, like, if I'm planning on staying on the road at least till fall, maybe winter, we'll see, of this year. And it's like, if you want me to stay here, so far I've been content to stay here. They leave you the fuck alone. It's a decent company, and I'm already here, and it just saves me the effort. I already am used to this company. But if they're gonna keep running me ragged on these loads, that means I'm busy all day every day. When you're picking up and delivering, that's a longer day, because instead of just driving your 11 hours and having a 12-hour day, because it's 11 hours of driving, 30-minute break, post-trip, pre-trip, shit like that, It's a 14-hour day because you're having to use the entire fucking day clock because you're spending time not driving. So now you're working 14 fucking hour days instead of 12-hour days, which not a big deal, but you work a lot fucking harder when you're not just running. Wake up in the morning, you know, and then on a day where you're just driving all day and you don't have to pick up or deliver, you really could skip a shower that night if you wanted to because you're in the truck all day, you know. You could sleep at a rest area. You don't have to sleep somewhere. You don't have to make it to a truck stop because you pick up or deliver. Now it's summertime. It's hot. You're going to want to take a shower, right? Anyways, you know, I need to talk to him about it. And I'll at least give him the benefit of the doubt. I'll give him a chance, but something's got to change. So, because it's just, you know, I need to be running more miles. And, you know, not just more miles. I need to be running longer loads. This 4 to 5 short-ass loads a week, I need to be running 2 to 3 long fucking loads that keep me busy. You know? Like on the weekend, I could run, if I pick a load up early enough on Friday, I can run 12 to 1,400 miles that weekend and still get still take off Sunday and get my reset in, because I could run 600 plus miles that Saturday if I just run all day. You know, I get 200 to 400 miles in, you know, maybe, you know, 200 to 400 miles in Friday, and then another 200 or 300 miles in Monday morning or whatever. You know, I can make that happen and still get my reset, you know. But, you know, he gives me, for the weekend, he gives me like a 400-mile load, 480-mile load or some shit. And, you know, I get to my destination. I'm on the doorstep of the receiver like 2 p.m. in the afternoon on Saturday, and then I'm sitting till Monday. I could be running so many more fucking miles for the weekend, you know. It's a waste of potential, you know. I don't know. I don't know if it's a problem that my DM has, if he's just not used to running his guys that hard, or what the fuck it is, you know. It's like, you know, don't run the solo guys that hard, but run the trainers hard. Like, even when I was training, I wasn't running at full capacity. Like, kind of since I've been with this DM, you know, he's good in certain aspects, he really is, but I've had maybe 1 or 2 weeks where I ran at 100% capacity. Other than that, you know, I could have been doing better. So I'm gonna start. I've looked at other companies before, but I'm actually tonight I'm gonna sit down and start doing more research on other companies and see if I'm gonna move somewhere else. One thing I'm also considering is I think, and it may come as a surprise, but I think I'm gonna go dry van, honestly. You know, once I've hit my year of flatbed experience, and I've got that on my resume, I think I might go dry van, honestly. Hope that's not too loud. Look at this dog. I don't know if you can see her. It's so goddamn dark. Bretta, sit. She doesn't care about what I'm saying. But anyways, after I get my year of flatbed experience, I'll have enough experience on the road to go make decent money hauling dry van. And part of the reason why, I mean, it's just, I'm kind of getting tired of the tarping and all the bullshit. You know, it's not like it's hard, it's just, you know, it gets old. You know, you get a lot more time to relax when you're a van driver. You know, you get a lot more time to hang out. You get a lot more time to yourself, you know. It gives me more time to focus on other things like, you know, bills and taking care of things I need to take care of. I got a lot of shit. I got a lot of stuff that I need to separate that me and my girlfriend have together. And basically, you know, since I just live in the truck now, I don't have a house anymore. All my shit's in storage. You know, I just want to be able to just chill. And I could spend more time running, especially if I get with a company that's another one. A company that does drop and hook, like drive in a lot of drop and hook and not live load, unload shit. I could spend a lot more time running, and I could have a pay rate that's just as good or better than what I make now. So if you think about it, if I make at least 37 cents a mile or more, but I'm hauling dry van, I'm spending more time running and a lot less time fucking around with loads and tarping and, you know, fucking around with equipment and shit like that, you know? You know, it just, it's just kind of gotten old, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I think this way, you know, I won't have to spend time fucking around with loads. I just watch TV, watch my phone, Netflix, or play Xbox, you know? I'm wondering what you guys think about this. Any of you guys that are watching this, anybody that thinks I should stay flatbed or move to van, you know, post in the comments, tell me what you think and why, you know? I know there's probably gonna be a lot of people, nah man, fucking you should stay flatbed, shit like that, you know, blah blah, you know? I don't know. I've just kind of, at this point, once I've got my experience, my flatbed experience that's verifiable, I'm good. I don't need it to make money anymore, not with this experience. Now, with at least a year experience, I can go make at least 37 cents a mile hauling dry van for somebody else. And if I get with a, you know, a lot of people are like, well, you've got experience, go with a small carrier. Well, I'm gonna look at some small carriers, especially ones out of Texas, but I want to look at bigger carriers because they do a lot more drop and hook freight. Schneider, Werner, Conway, you know, you fucking name them. You know, the more bigger company, the more trailers they have out there sitting at DCs, distribution centers, right? So instead of you work for a small carrier where you use the same trailer all the time or whatever, they don't have as many empty trailers out there in circulation, you spend a lot more time getting live loaded and live unloaded instead of just showing up to a DC, dropping your empty, scooping up the loaded, and bailing the fuck out. So I'm gonna be looking at bigger carriers. I'm still gonna keep an open mind to maybe going to another flatbed company, but at this point I'm kind of gonna see what's out there as far as dry van. So that's where I'm at as far as that, you know. I'm just gonna see what else is out there. You know, I figure, you know, it's been fun doing the flatbed thing, but if I can make just as good of money or better, not working as hard, then I think I'm gonna do that. You know, it just seems like a smarter decision to me. At least for the remainder of the time I'm on the road. So let me know what you guys think. Hope this was a decent fucking video. I went over a lot of the things I wanted to go over. Basically, it's been a long fucking month so far. But, you know, as soon as July comes around, you know, things will start turning around. So, alright, that's all I got for now. I will talk to you guys later. And once again, sorry about the shitty quality of the video, but it's the best I could do right now. So, I'll let you guys soon.